This piece is captioned debt. The debt you don't think you owe. I don't know how many of you love debt. Like when you're owing people, you get money. How many of you love that feeling when you're owing somebody? I guess none of us, yeah. So this piece is captioned debt. It was a day like any other, and I was enjoying my sleep. It's mostly difficult and rare to explain the actions, the activities that take place when one is asleep. That's what makes this sleep I had peculiar. Because it was as though I was in a room with a person that wrote down a question for me. And the question was, who are you owing? And my response was, I'm owing everyone. I'm owing the whole world. As soon as that response was given, I was wide awake. And I started thinking about what just happened, the question, the answer I gave. Why did I say I'm owing everyone? I have absolutely nothing that belongs to another, and I'm sure about it. Why did I give that response? My thoughts had a rewind of what happened prior to that. I had work to do that would benefit many people, but I didn't do it. Not for a good reason, but just one of those funny reasons. You know what I'm talking about. After having this replay, I now understood why I said I'm owing everyone. I told myself I'll go to sleep early and wake up to do the work, but I was up on time, but I somehow convinced myself to sleep a little bit more. You know, the sleep you shouldn't be sleeping is always the sweetest, but if not disciplined, you find yourself in huge debt. After this reminder, I now knew why my response was I owe everyone. Having debt is being in possession of something that belongs to another. But most of the time, we take it as money that belongs to somebody, or something you took that belongs to somebody. But there is a debt that we owe, yet we take no effort to redeem at all. Who are you owing? And how much are you owing? The moment you don't give yourself to the books that will improve your world and the people around you, you are owing those people. The moment you abandon your career for whatsoever reason and don't give yourself to the books that will better your career, you are owing those people. The moment you don't give yourself to what will better your world and the people you can help, you, my friend, are in debt. There are many opportunities set for you, many books set for you. You can motivate people, you can encourage people. Yet you give so many excuses. You cringe from taking these opportunities. What you fail to understand is you increase your debt whenever you do this. You are the answer to so many people, yet you don't take the opportunity set for you. The debt situation is always unpleasant because in the long run, it benefits no one. The people you owe are crying and are praying because their lack is in your need. Their lack is in your possession. They don't have it. As long as you keep holding on to what you owe the world, bear in mind that people are in pain. They are crying. That little girl and that little boy is crying. The young generation are taken to the streets because you owe them motivation. You owe them encouragement. Please, pay your debt. Pay your debt and silence the cries of the people. It's not only the person that owes people that suffers alone. The person that is owing people suffers too because he has no peace. I've never seen somebody owing people courageous and bold. They have the need to hide from those they owe. And they always give an ending explanation as to why they can't pay back. And when they are pressured, they mostly pay in bits. When seeing the things that are happening around, we feel so pressured that we feel we should do something. And we give our service, but not at its best, because all this while we've been cringing from what can make us render the best service. I just gave you an answer to why you lack peace sometimes. Sometimes it's because you owe people. And just like the person being on pressures the person owing, the cries and griefs of people will forever make you be under pressure. Please pay your debt. When the person owing is pressured, they pay something small, but that does not write off their debt completely. They are just at peace for a while, but after a while, they have to pay the remainder too. You are wired to bring permanent change. Pay your debt in full and stop giving gang point service that only appeases you and the people you owe for a while. And yes, the sleep you shouldn't be sleeping is always the sweetest. Just like that thing you shouldn't be doing seems to always be the sweetest. But the sweetest of things are not always the most healthy. Now that's a bitter pill. Stop massaging unhealthy traits and habits. And stop lying to yourself. Yes, Jesus paid the debt for all, but not this debt. This is a debt that you and you alone have to pay back. Christ can only enable you if you avail yourself. An internal damage does more harm than an external damage. This is an internal debt. That's why sometimes nobody can hold you accountable but you. And if you hate debt in general and you write off external debts, what are you doing about your internal debt? You owe this to the generations and the generations ahead. Get your peace back. Get your confidence back. Pay your debt, because some of us are owing people for years, days and decades. This is the debt that you don't think you owe, because sometimes nobody can hold you accountable for it. But the internal debt, as I call it, is the debt that is very important, yet we don't mostly pay attention to it. Who are you owing? How many people are you owing? And how much are you owing? Pay your debt. Thank you.
Hallelujah.